The exhaustion is real. Whether we're talking about socializing, uh, I'll be real with you guys. My social battery, whoo.
I don't know if y'all feel like this, but sometimes I feel like being around people just gets exhausting. Like, it gets very exhausting dealing with multiple personalities. You don't know who's in secret competition with you. You don't know who's jealous of you. You don't know who's envious. Sometimes you can spot out who don't really fuck with you, but sometimes they disguise it as being your friend first. You know what I mean? Like, being around all them different personalities and auras and emotions it gets too much where you like, man, I gotta distance myself, man. I gotta get the fuck away from y'all. Cause y'all fucking me up right now. You know what I'm saying? When you by yourself, you alone, the only personality you have to deal with is yourself. You know what I mean? But when you have like a ton of friends, lots of people you hang around with, it gets overwhelming sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I know for us is like, yo, I feel like
I'll wake up, hit gym, right? I have 7 hours sleep. Everything's going well. I got energy. I go out and socialize with people. When I come back, I'm tired of shit. I crash. It doesn't matter what time of the day it is. If I leave at lunchtime, I come back at 4. I'm tired. My social battery affects me physically.
When it comes to socializing, there's a lot of stuff neurodivergent have to think about that neurotypical people take for granted, in my opinion. A lot of the times after socializing with a group of people, neurodivergent people lose, like, it's like we've gone to the gym. We've done a 40-minute session in the gym, whereas neurotypical people can socialize and not have to feel exhausted just by having conversations with people. A lot of it is processing facial expressions and trying to understand and read the room, trying to work out the tone of everybody's voice and what they actually mean, because a lot of the times what people say is not what they mean. Thinking about when it's your turn to speak, wondering whether or not you speaking is doing the most or you're interrupting what people are saying. You're consistently wondering if you said the wrong thing or wondering whether or not the eye contact you're making is correct. Our brains are doing a lot in the background. There's a lot of noise being made in the background, and that's what we are typically dealing with in a simple conversation. So all of this is mentally exhausting. So it's not that we don't like socializing with people. It's just that there's a lot for us to consider when we are socializing that neurotypical people don't consider.
Whether we're talking about working, having to work a job you don't like, having to pretend, having to fake it. It's just life in general. Being in a rat race, waking up, doing the same thing over and over and over again. People are tired.
I'm noticing how more and more people are literally out here exhausted because they are working hard and they are still stressed about money. And the messed up part is that we have normalized that, like being stressed and being unsure about our future is just a part of life. Like that's just a part of being an adult. But what gets me even more is the fact that there are so many people who've accepted that that's just going to be their life. But what nobody is talking about is what that means and what that looks like 10 to 20 years from now.
I was just having a conversation with a friend and we were talking about how everyone just feels so exhausted right now. And when I say exhausted, I mean exhausted with everything. People are exhausted with work. People are exhausted with corporate America. People are exhausted with this administration. People are exhausted with the systems that have been put in place. People are opting out of the systems. People are choosing to move abroad. People are choosing to quit their jobs and to do their own thing. And I don't blame people. It just feels like there has just been a black cloud that has been looming over everyone and over this entire world. And I think we as a people, because I know I feel it, everyone is just experiencing burnout at a quicker rate. Honestly, I don't think life is supposed to be this way. I don't think we're supposed to be experiencing this much exhaustion.
Guys, I'm coming back home from work. Yeah, I feel like I just need to speak about this because it's so insane to me, and I don't know if I'm the only one that deeps it and sees it, and apologies if you can't hear me, but I just need to talk. London feels so simulative. Like, if you leave your house during peak times, like early in the morning and around 5 rush hour times, basically, it feels so simulative, and it feels like something I don't want to be a part of. I personally cannot help but feel like everyone's running this insane human rat race, which is so laborious. And this morning I was even deeping, like, how we get conditioned and low-key groomed from being a child to being used to this. From the age of 3 years old in the UK, you're in school, and that sort of conditioning until you can find any work for at least 13 years is really insane, because that's exactly what going to work is. 9 to 5. Obviously not everyone works a 9 to 5. It can be different hours. Obviously this is not a UK thing, this is a Western world thing, but I can't help but feel like breaking out. Like, there's no way I'm gonna be doing this for the rest of my life. Like, there's absolutely no way. Like, you guys are not gonna get me. You might have got everyone else, but not me. Like, literally it's the last 2 days of the year and everyone's going to work. I understand there's money to make, but like, the money that we're making in this country ain't even all that. There was one time I just saw a queue of adults, different demographics, just walking out of the train station or walking towards another train station, and it literally looked like a human rat race. And I just looked at it and thought, I'm never gonna do this. Like, there's no way I'm gonna be doing this until the age of 65. Like, no, I'm so sorry, you're not getting me. And you're just trapped in the same position for God knows how many years. God forbid I actually rebuke that. That's not my portion. Sorry, you guys can't get me. Sorry, you're not getting me. Even like things like your pension and the amount of NI, there's, guys, I don't know if you guys know, but there's a certain amount of NI contribution you need to make before you can even access certain benefits as an older person, or before you can access your pension or something. There's a certain amount of NI contribution you need to, and the only way you can contribute NI is by working. So they literally even trap you into work. Like, I don't know if I'm doing too much, yeah, but that's the way it's coming across to me. You're constantly at work. Like, your commute is long, more time, because people are trying to move into London or commute into London for work, so you get a higher pay. So then your commute is like 2 hours or an hour and a half minimum, there and back. You're waking up at the arse crack of dawn. Some people even have kids, so that's a whole nother responsibility. So you don't even get time to actually even deep what you're doing.
I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired. I've had breakdowns, not just mental, not just emotional, but because I see it clearly now. This is all a really fucked up, out-of-date game. Money isn't even real. Debt, credit scores, rent, mortgages, they are pieces of paper or numbers on a screen. None of it is real. But the consequences, those are real. On us. And this game only exists so a few people can feel powerful. Their entire identity is status. And the only way they feel something is when they're dominating other people. And we're all supposed to just play along. Work ourselves in the ground, lose our minds so they can keep this fantasy going. I'm tired of living in a world where survival is a game. Tired of pretending this is normal. Honestly, I don't know what happens after whatever this is. But I know this can't be it.
Unfortunately, it is it, buddy. And this is a reality that a lot of people have come to, but you only have two options. You either play the game or you don't. And if you don't, your life is going to be inherently worse because, again, this is the reality in which we live in. And life has always been about survival. Always. Right? Back in the days, they had like a barter system. Now we have capitalism. And there's nowhere else in which we have a different system. So, if I'm advising people who have this type of mindset, I would say chase a dream. People like this, generally speaking, they aren't really obsessed with money. They aren't really, that's not what drives them or motivates them. You have to do something you enjoy, because if you don't, you're gonna wanna, do bad things, maybe to yourself.
I don't know who needs to hear this right now, but now is not the time to stop fighting back. I know you are exhausted. So am I. I am exhausted. I feel like I've been going hard for so long and have gotten such a small amount of recognition for it in comparison to the work that I have actually done. And I know I am not alone in this feeling. I feel like I have been through bullshit back to back to back, and I know I am not alone in that feeling either. We are tired, but we have to keep going. The only way out of this tunnel is going back or going through, and I don't know about y'all, but I'm not going back. And when we get out of this tunnel, everything is going to make sense. If you are going through a painfully transformative time right now, you are not alone. I'm here with you, and I promise you so many other people on this app are right there with you. There is a strong energy of rebirth right now, and it's very, very heavy. It is not comfortable at all, and it's very confusing, and a lot of us just do not know what's happening to our lives. But I can assure you that it is happening for us and not to us. I need you to know that what's happening right now is shaping you. It is such a key part of your story. In life, you need to have a story. It's not gonna just all happen like this. You need to know what it feels like to be without certain things so that when you receive those blessings, you know how to take care of them and you know how to nurture them because you know what it feels like to be without them. You want real good love, you kind of got to know what it feels like when stuff is not right. You want a lot of wealth that you can actually sustain and that you do not run through. You need to know the value of money, and you kind of need to know what it feels like to not really have so much sometimes. And you might think because of the internet that other people are not being taught these lessons, but we all are in our own ways. So I know how things are feeling. I'm feeling it too. I just finished crying for 30 minutes, not really knowing why, just because I'm like, I want what's next. I can feel the energy coming. And if you are right here with me, let's push through. We got this. We got this.
At 33, I can tell you, I can't speak for women. If you are a man and you finally, whatever you've been through, if you finally decide, I am going to take control of my life and I'm going to turn it into what the fuck I want to turn it into. Once you decide to do that, you are going to be met with the most frustrating, I believe, the most frustrating part of the entire fucking journey to change everything, which is you have done so much fucking damage to yourself, mentally, physically, financially, whatever combination of those three, maybe even some more shit. And you are going to realize that you fucked yourself up. You fucked yourself, and it is going to be the most uncomfortable shit in the world. When you realize that you cannot move the way you want, and it's your fault, it is going to piss you off to no end. You are going to be fueled with the most aggressive rage in the world, and it is your decision upon what you do with that. Now, most people, let me tell you what they do. Most people, they get mad and they crash out on themselves. They internalize that shit because that's all they know how to do. They don't know how to put that energy someplace else, right? They don't know how to fucking do that because nobody told them. I'm gonna tell you how to do it.
Sorry to pause it here. I've always said I'm someone who internalizes everything. I always respect the people who can take negativity and push it outwards. Like if something is going on, like really like, and it's affecting me mentally, I'm done. Like I'm in bed, I'm not doing nothing. I'm binge watching shows. I'm eating like shit. I cannot channel my energy outwards. Now, fortunately, because of, other reasons and stuff like that, I've never, had any inklings of harming myself or anything like that. But when I'm down bad, I'm down bad. I have to feel everything. Now, the negative to that is that I'm down bad, right? And I'm suffering. But the positive, I would say, is that I can genuinely get over it. I feel it, I internalize it. And it means that when that feeling goes away, I'm good. But for a lot of guys, this is how they end up taking their lives. Let's be honest. All right, a lot of guys don't have that. A lot of people have those type of tendencies, those suicidal tendencies to, So, yeah.
I'm going to tell you how to do it. Because if you crash out on yourself, you are only going to make your situation worse than it already is. I don't need to tell you about the specifics because you know how specifically fucked up your life is. I got something in my eye. It's not there anymore. I'm going to tell you what to do. The minute you feel yourself getting that anger, that rage building up, the minute you feel yourself doing that, I want you to go look at that plan. I want you to go look at that business idea. I want you to go look at that barbell set in the garage. I want you to go look At that mile you could go walk, I want you to go look at something physical, something hard, something difficult to fucking do. And I want you to use that same energy and rage that you feel. Because society loves to fucking make men seem like we're these fucking every single one of us are these murderous rapists and child predators and all this shit. That's bullshit. Now, there are some guys that do that dumb shit. That's what jail is for. But when you are a man and you don't do none of that dumb shit, and you realize that my life is not where I want it to be, and it's my fault. If you haven't gotten to that part, you have to accept it. I don't give a fuck what happened. Just say it's your fault. Just say the reason you played a role in the things that fucked you over led you to this point. It'll be a lot easier for you to stomach this shit going forward. You find something that is very fucking difficult for you to do that makes sense to you. Doesn't have to make sense to me. Doesn't have to make sense to them. It makes sense to you. And once you find that thing, you put every single ounce of energy, blood, sweat, and tears you be willing to die behind this shit. Because you just fucking might. Huh? Understand, and I'm not just saying this shit because I want you to share the video and all that. Listen what the fuck I'm saying to you. I ain't trying to sell you nothing. I ain't trying to get no money out you. I want you to understand how real this shit get. When I realize, or how real it gets, my grammar's fucked up. I realize that because I played it safe, because I didn't take any risks, because I stayed around people who I didn't fuck with, who really didn't fuck with me like that too fucking long, because I was too afraid to believe in myself, I fucked myself up. And now the fact that I'm sitting here doing everything in my power to change my fucking situation, it is the most frustrating shit in the goddamn world. And it is a constant reminder of how great I could have been if I didn't go through the bullshit that life put me through. But see, even that is a double-edged sword. Because how can I be so true and how can I be guaranteed that I would be the man that I am right now upstairs if I didn't go through that shit? It's a double-edged, it's crazy. It doesn't matter what it is. All you need to understand is that this video may pop up on your timeline and it may be the thing that wakes you up. Find something that's difficult to do. Once you get that, you're going to get upset. It's a non-negotiable. Just like the sun rising tomorrow, whether you live to see that bitch or you don't. The sun's going to be in the sky tomorrow morning. You're going to get upset at the shit. Use that energy to better your situation. Go do something that is difficult consistently and be willing to give up everything to make that shit happen. Because the shit that you have now is not what you want, is it? No, it's not. It's not what you want. So you should be willing to give that up. Don't become attached to things you don't even fucking like.
This was a great video. Not because it's the only advice that you should take. I think it's a good piece of advice. Channeling your negativity into something positive. There are other things you can do as well. You know, you can go to therapy. You can seek help, seek counseling. This is something that a lot of people have a hard time doing. Taking accountability for their own situation. If you live in the West, right? If you're living in, you're living in Congo in like just a madness, there's pretty much nothing you could do. Life has just, you're probably not even watching this video, right? But life has just messed you up, put you in a very unfortunate situation. But if you live in the West, even if you grew up in there's a level of accountability that you can take. And taking that, owning up to it, it's going to help you so much moving forward, because you knowing that, or you putting that in your head that, okay, I'm the reason why I messed up. That also means I'm the reason why I can not mess up. I'm the reason why I can change my life and I can push things forward. And it doesn't matter what age you're at. The lead attorney, I remember I was watching his stream and he had a streaming course for like people over 35. It wasn't specifically for people over 35, but that was his target audience. And he was sharing how people who are, they've been living in a rat race forever and ever and ever. They took his course and, now they're streamers and they're making good money, whatever the case. And I'm not just saying you just become a streamer, right? But I'm just saying it doesn't matter what age you're at. You can change your life for the better. But you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below.
This liquor got me in my zone. Now I'm blowing up your phone. Blowing weed, smoking the ozone. I just can't let this go. This liquor got me in my zone. Now I'm blowing up your phone. Blowing weed, smoking the ozone.